Good morning. I want to talk to you a few minutes about a topic many people experience and some don't understand. Depression. Depression is something that comes naturally after something emotional triggers it. It's a mental thing we face because of hurt, loss of loved ones through death, heartbreak and broken relationships and friendships, memories of times past and the changes that have taken place, sickness, financial stress, and on the list goes. Sometimes we really don't know why we're feeling down and depressed. Like last night, it tried to come on me because I was on the phone with a couple of friends that were crying about some very disturbing news they received. I was already kind of down, thinking about the holidays approaching and realizing that a certain thing in my own life is no better than where it was a year ago. Hopefully that changes soon, and it will. However, I really felt the depression hit me hard because I started thinking about how many of my friends and family are truly struggling with this right now, especially this time of the year. So many seem to die of natural causes or in accidents just before or after the holidays, which make it very hard to cope with the loss. So many are crying because they can't afford Christmas or food for their children. Many are depressed because they are struggling with the terrible drug addiction that they hate how it's causing them to hurt the very people that love them and try to help them. Many may not know this, but besides depression being an emotional thing or illness, it's also a spiritual thing. When it tries to get on you for no reason, it's something you have to let God move in and deliver you from. Many of the things we face will get better in time. Worry and depression will not make things better. It will make you feel worse. Let me encourage each of you, whether you're dealing with depression or not, to pick up the phone. Just don't text, but call someone that's on your mind, as I did last night. I kept feeling this pull to call a certain person, and when I did, they answered in tears after receiving some awful news. You just never know why God places someone on your mind. We need to learn to know the voice of God. I prayed with this person over the phone, and I believe as a result, I thought they had changed. I struggle with loneliness at times, and I tend to go through my phone looking for someone that I trust to call. If I know someone is dealing with something, I'll call that person without saying anything about myself or my own problems or what I'm going through. It strengthens me, and I feel I'm helping someone else. I'll forget about my own problems for a little time. We just have to know that it's not meant for us to fix everything. There are some things that only God can do, and it's up to us to trust it in His hands. I'm no counselor, but if it's a sickness, I advise you to go see a doctor to get the medication you need. God gave him the wisdom to know what to treat you with. If it's an emotional thing, try encouraging someone else and see if that helps. If it's unexplainable, pray. Well, I'll tell you to pray no matter what you're dealing with, because prayer does work. It doesn't matter if you have a relationship with God like you should or not. God hears and knows, and He sees the faith you have in bringing it to Him. If God didn't hear the prayer of a sinner, then how would anyone be saved? Listen, if you have been having suicidal thoughts, please find someone that you trust to talk with. If you come to me, it will be confidential. Taking your life is not the answer. It will not help anything at all. It will cause the people you love much grief, and you'll go into eternity. Nobody is promised tomorrow, but don't go before it's your appointed time. You don't know whose life you may change by helping someone else. Nothing is worth taking your life. It's not your life to take. God gives us the breath in our bodies. We don't even own ourselves. When we die, we don't cease to exist. Remember that. Don't allow the feeling of hopelessness get you down. Try giving someone else hope. I can almost promise you that by trying to pick someone else up, you'll begin to feel better. I'll end this by saying it's Sunday. Start the week out right before the holidays, before the New Year's, and find your church to attend this morning. Don't make any excuses. I know it's cold outside, but if your life was in danger and you had to go to the emergency room, you would be out the door. So really, it will really change your life, and you can even save your life if you'll find a place to worship, the one who can make a difference in your life. If you don't have a home church, I'll invite you to come with me or talk with me in private conversation, and I'll recommend a church near you. Thank you all for listening, and God bless. Keep thinking positive.